and welcome to another video. Today we're in Ultra League Prem Classic. We're going to be using Walrun with that moveset there, going to be pairing it with Shadow Machamp with that moveset there, and Surfetched with that moveset. Night Slash is optional. So let's just dive into the games here. So the theory behind this team is basically to bait out any anti-fighter with Surfetched, Bravest Bird to grab a shield, take shield advantage, and away you go. So on the lead here, obviously Trevenant's really bad for this backline, but Walrun can beat the Trevenant comfortably in the 2 shield, provided you don't let too many moves through. Now, people might ask, is normal Walrun okay here? Yeah, and it's perfectly fine. Okay, so they've swapped into Sylveon here, which is absolutely disgusting. We're going to have to stay in. We've got no choice. And our backline's not good against Trevenant, so this is not a terribly decent line for us at all. Just also wanted to point out, this is 10 games that I played in a row, so no editing here, the losses will be included, just so you can see what the team struggles against. Alright, so we're going to shield here and look to farm down. Oh no, we've swapped. So yeah, we're just getting ahead on energy on the Surfetched, so we can get to a Night Slash and hopefully get the shield off this Trevenant. And we're almost at a move on the Walrun, and the Ice Spear is probably going to be able to KO this Trevenant with a bit of luck. So Shadow Ball coming through. That means they don't have a move, but we do, and we'll be able to KO here, and we've just got to hope the backline is weak to counter, which seems likely, and sure enough, it's very weak to counter. Fortunate for us, because they've got a bit of energy there, but Machamp can take a move here, and it's GG's really. They'll probably quit after this. Yep. Alright, so game 1 there, pretty good. Alright, game 2. Gallade lead once again. Great to see it here. It's the only place we can really see it, and Walrun outpaces. So definitely shield up. Look to throw between the confusion animations, I guess, to stop them from swapping out and catching the move. But I probably don't listen to my own advice here. I've just been getting sacked on a lot lately. Alright, so second move coming through now. At this point, we can throw, and we have to throw though. He's swapped there, and it's Empoleon. So this is really good for us. We'll be able to get the shield with the Leaf Blade here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We've got some energy on the Walrun, which is really good, and we've got Machamp in the back. So we'll take the move on the Duck here. Drill Peck coming through. They'll get 1 waterfall of damage. And Machamp can counter down from here, so we'll have plenty of energy going into the last matchup. We've got a little bit on the Walrun. Now, it's Venusaur coming in, which is horrible. I threw there because I assumed that it'd be a weak to counter in the back, but it's not, and Venusaur is not a great mon to see here. But what we're going to do is soak up the timer, which we've done, throw the Ice Spear, so all that energy the Venusaur was building up is gone. And it'll be Gallade, which we can farm down. So GG's there. Alright, Crobat, great lead. This is definitely where you want to see it. They go straight into the Walrun. Now the tactic here, you've got 2 options. You can go into the Surfetch, but you will have to shield once and throw once, but then you can farm down. Whereas Machamp, you can just keep shields consistent here by throwing the cross chop. That then prevents them from getting to another Ice Spear, and you can farm them down while maintaining equal shields, which is often the optimal play. I definitely recommend going into Surfetched if it's an Obstagoon safe swap or anything like that. Alright, so we're not going to make it to the Rock Slide here, so we're going to throw the move, and they obviously knew that. Alright, so they've gone into Escav here. We're going to swap, and because we managed to keep the shields, it means that Surfetched has got a pretty decent matchup here. I think it loses the 1 shield versus the Escav, but because we've kept shield parity, we're going to do well here. And they've Acid Sprayed, but unfortunately there's a bit of pause lag there, and also the counter damage here from the Duck is just too much. So they're almost at the move now, probably CMP there, and we'll be able to get the move off here. And yeah, so the Crobat comes back in, but Shadow Ball won't KO us. Worst thing we could potentially do here is shield a Poison Fang, and then they get to a Shadow Ball, so we won't shield that move, and the Icicle Spear should KO from this range, especially with the Shadow Warren. So that's a GG's there. Hard counter line up our way, really. Alright, Gyarados. Gyarados is definitely, Warren's definitely got this covered. The thing about Gyarados is it's obviously part flying, so not great for fighters, so we'll stay in here. We'll look to get to win switch. Now we can take a Crunch, we can take a Aqua Tail, so we'll do that, and then we'll see what they want to do here. They'll probably let this go, I imagine, and at that point what we'll look to do is swap out, and sure enough we've drawn out a Gengar. Not great for this team at all, so we'll just have to throw the Night Slash here. They shield the first one. This is probably a Shadow Punch. The worst thing they could do here, we just got to get another shield. So, but yeah, I imagine they're probably going to shield here, but then they'll have no shield, so let's see what they decide to do. Nope, they've no shield of that, which is good. We get the boost, which, yeah, it definitely gets this Gengar low, and what we're going to do is just sack the Warren. Oh no, it's very unfortunate for them. So they've got an Escav in the back, and this works perfectly for us. We just get a bit of chip damage here, and then we can go into Machamp and counter this all the way down. Shadow Machamp in the back, especially with shields, just too broken, unstoppable. Alright, next game we're going to, it's a Machamp lead, horrible lead, so we've gone straight into Surf Edged here, and they've stayed in to throw a move. So that's pretty ideal for us, so we're going to shield here. Might indicate they've got no answer. Probably should have thrown the Leaf Blade a little bit earlier there. They've got out, and it's Typhlosion, which isn't ideal, but given that we got that Leaf Blade away, we'll get another one away here. They're going to have to shield a move here, and they do. So we get the shield anyway, so not so bad, but we are going to get incinerated down here. But we're going to throw another Leaf Blade here and see what they're going to do. And they shield that. So, and it's CMP. So that's the thing about Surf Etched and using Surf Etched. Its attack stats like 170, so it basically wins every single CMP, with the exception of probably Gengar. Alright, so we're going to let this move go through, won't KO us. They've gone into the Machamp, and we're going to go into our own Machamp here. So we've got a shield. We'll be able to shield this move and look to counter down all the way here. Now the Typhlosion doesn't have any energy, and they've brought that back in, which is a really good sign. They're probably weak in the back, and they quit. So GG's there. Alright, the next game. Alright, couldn't ask for a better lead than this. They go into Escav, and we know how the Escav match works. Both our Backmon can beat it in various shield scenarios, but Machamp's definitely the better option here. It wins the one shield. So they've decided not to shield, which is perfect. We'll just shield and counter all the way down, and we'll have a Rock Slide, so we'll be able to get that shield back on the Dragonite. So this is the safest way to play it, to ensure that we maintain switch, because we don't want the Dragonite getting on that Surf Etched. Alright, so Dragonite comes back in, we'll throw the Rock Slide. Minimal farm, probably about 3 or 4 Dragon Breaths. Not ideal, but at the same time it's not too bad. Probably, yeah, well, 5 or 6 maybe. Alright, so Warren comes back in, and we've got the Surf Etched in the back. So this is where Leaf Blade's really handy, but we're not going to shield here. We don't want that Dragonite nuking us. So we'll throw the Leaf Blade, and we'll see what they want to do here, see if they decide to shield. They do, which is fine by us, so all we're going to do now is counter all the way down. They had to throw. Looks like they won CMP there, but anyway. So the Warren can come in now. We can just farm up a ton of energy. We're going to get Earthquaked, but that's okay. We did get an extra through there. So all we're going to do is just build up a little bit past the Earthquake. And then, yeah, we've got a shield, so they can throw a Dragon Claw, but they're not going to get to 2 moves here before we get to the Ice Spear. So yeah, the move coming through, CMP, or fake CMP, and then we get the move through, and that's GG. So nice little hard counter line for us there. Alright, next game. Obstagoon lead. Horrible. Absolutely terrible. But the thing about Obstagoon is you can sometimes beat it in the back if Machamp can storm through. Alright, so Gengar is horrible. Now we're running Night Slash in this game, so this is definitely a big argument for running Night Slash. If you run the Leaf Blade, Gengar absolutely walls you. But you can generally get them to shield at least one move if they're looking to farm down, because Gengar's pretty frail. Anyway, Night Slash coming through, they opt to shield. We've got shield advantage here, so we're going to look to Powder Snow down with the Gengar. Powder Snow the Gengar down. Sludge Bomb, bit disgusting, but we do farm it down before it gets to another move. And let's see what they've got. Probably another anti-fighter in the back, given they're leading Obstagoon, so it's not a great sign for us. And it's, yeah, unfortunately, it's one of the few things we can't beat. If it had been an S-Cav, maybe even a Toxicroak, we could have perhaps got there, but this is an impossible win, so we just faked the Rock Slide. They also got an extra move through there. We'll shield the Poison Fang, but at this stage, the game's over. Even if we double shielded the Walrun, we're not going to win. Its health's too low. So GG's there. That's just absolute hard counter. Nothing you can do about that whatsoever. Gengar is definitely a tough swap. Alright, next game, Drapion lead. Alright, so Drapion's really neutral to everything we've got here, and they've just built up some energy and swapped out. So we're definitely going to stay in now. And our Mon in the back aren't too bad. Against Drapion. Obviously it's got Sludge Bomb, which isn't ideal, but and it gets to its moves very quickly, but obviously with the Charmer, and this is a weakness to the team, Charm in the back, if we can't draw it out, just wrecks the team. So we're definitely staying in here, and basically all we're trying to do here is just get the Sylveon super low. If we can farm it down, that'd be amazing. So we've done that, and we're just going to swap straight out, and it's a Scizor. So Scizor takes neutral from counter, but Machamp doesn't really care whether you take neutral or super effective, and he's bought the Drapion in here. So he definitely wanted to keep his Scizor, and it's got Aquitar, which is very interesting. Aquitar's definitely not going to KO a Machamp, so we'll get to the cross drop here, and this is super low. I don't think the Aquatail's even going to KO, so we might even be able to counter this thing down. See what happens. They've been forced to throw again, which is perfect for us. We'll just come in with the Duck. We're running Leaf Blade in this game, so we're sort of showing you the benefits of Night Slash and Leaf Blade, but even Leaf Blade here is going to do enough damage, and we should be able to counter down. He's probably running Night Slash Iron Head, so neither of those moves KO, and we'll definitely be able to counter all this all the way down. Now we're pretty close too. They just get to the move there, but we've got a move on the Walrun, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just come in, or we'll won away, and yeah, we've won with a small amount of HP there. So yeah, doesn't really matter what the lead is a lot of the time, and that was a difficult save swap to deal with too. So Gallade in the back is definitely very difficult for this team, but I've been seeing most of them in the front because I think they like to have the option of close combat and dip. Anyway, this one's staying in, so we outpace, so we're just going to shield and see what he wants to do. They do try and swap on the move, and you can get outpaced with Gallade, so you do have to throw. So he's going to throw his move here. We can't see any of this Gallade in the back line, unfortunately. So he has swapped on the move this time, so well played there. Into Scizor, so another Scizor team, which is pretty interesting. But Scizor's going to get outpaced and absolutely wrecked here. So cross chop coming through now, and that'll kill the Scizor. And Shadow Machamp is that broken that this Gallade will get countered down if it doesn't throw. So he's throwing pretty much straight away, and that works perfectly for us. we'll be able to come in with the Warren and just chip this down a little bit. It's only going to get maybe one confusion, and we got this powder snow through, which is really good. Means the surf etch can take less damage, and the benefit of running Leaf Blade here. So swamp it, see you later. Alright, Warren into Venusaur in the next game. Okay, so obviously Venusaur can do some serious damage to Warren as well. We threw the move there, and they still somehow got a Vine Whip through. That was a bit weird. And anyway, we're throwing the Icicle Spear here, and building up to the next move. Let's see what they want to do now. And they've let that go. Okay, so we're going to swap straight out here, and it's a Typhlosion. Awkward. Really, really awkward here. So I think what we're going to do is just try and chip this thing down, and we definitely can't shield here. I'm not sure if they'd get to another move. Close to, maybe, but we're definitely not shielding there. And what we might even do here is bring the Warren in, look to try and get a move, force them to throw quickly. But they did stay in with Venusaur at the start, so, I mean, a read on this team might be that they're weak to Warren in the back. Anyway, it turns out that it's a Fire Spin Charizard in the back. Anyway, you saw I got a counter through before they even swapped there, and they're throwing their Dragon Claw here. I'm having to shield up. Now, it normally wins this matchup, but I got that counter in, so I feel like I should be able to get to the move. Their second move is now. So yeah, I'm not... And I die with the move, so that very close game there. So what do we think of the team? Well, basically it's definitely an anti-Warren team. It's an anti-Lapras, Snorlax type team. Although we didn't see too many Brave Birds land, basically you just safe swap into the Surf Etched on a bad lead, throw the Brave Bird to get the shield advantage, and then hope that Machamp can clean up in the back. It's a very effective team, and Warren, as we saw in those games, definitely puts in some work. It's very spammy, and it also helps out by eliminating those flyers for the back line. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video.